PJNet.TV, 9:30 East Coast time, and it's that time of the week on Tuesday night, the third Tuesday of the month. Dell Didway coming our way. He's standing by in our green room. Our chat room is waiting, and we will start a countdown to Studio 20 starting now. Well, good evening and welcome to PJNet.TV. I'm your host, Coach Prasick, and we are all looking forward to this particular Tuesday night when Dell Didway joins us. He joins us on the first and the third Tuesday, and Dell has got, he's got quite the exciting life, and folks, we were having some technical difficulties earlier, and I hope that everything holds together long enough for us to do this. Dell, are you able to hear me? Okay, I don't hear you, so we're going to do another one of those resets, folks. Here we go. Come on. We're going to do a reset, and let's hope that, okay, I hear something out there. Is that you?
Is it?
There he is, folks. The golden
tone.
Those are the golden tones that bless the radio audience on Friday nights under the lights.
Yeah, it's always a lot of fun. I have a good game this Friday night, so I'm looking forward to it.
I'm jealous, to be honest. I love it, and can't think of a better way to spend. And do you get to know the team in any way? Do you get to interact with the coaches, the players, or you just sit up in the booth and huddle up?
Well, I know most of the coaches. I mean, it's all local, so we all know each other, and I'll call them a couple of days prior, and we'll do a little pregame interview, and then I'll see them before the game a little bit. So, but then afterwards, no, because we're doing post-game stuff. So, but again, I know most of the guys and most of the coaches in the area. I played against a lot of them. So,
do you sing the national anthem?
No, I don't, but they do play it, and everybody observes it. Thank goodness. So,
well, Dell, I wanted to make mention of your book, First Down Devotions 2, because I got my copy in yesterday.
Yeah, it's all that, and you've been promoting, so thank you.
Well, what I do, Dell, when I do my devotion is I try to find a phrase in there that kind of, was meaningful to me and share it. And that also holds me accountable, because if you don't see me posting my devotion that day, it's, because I didn't do it.
I get it. Everybody gets busy. Yeah. So, yeah, that just launched a couple of months ago and 2 months ago, and then we're getting ready for another launch next month. And excited about that. It's been a busy couple of weeks, and for me to say it's busy, it means it's really, Kentucky Passion kicks off here, tips off real soon. It's a good looking book. We just got our copies the other day. It's a eye catching cover. I mean, Indiana University Press did a great job. It's got a lot of great pictures in it. Some really high quality pictures in this book that are just marvelous. About 50, 60 pictures in it, professionally done from games, and just pops out at you. I'm not a big Kentucky fan, but if I'm in a store and I see this, I'm probably going to pick it up because it looks cool, and they did a great job on it.
Dale, it seems like I saw more than one of your posts featuring the Kentucky cheerleading outfit, because they are actually one of the most recognized cheerleading squads in the nation, if not the world.
Yeah, I think that was my co-author John or his brother Mike who took the pictures. Mike took the pictures. He's a professional photographer, sports photographer, and he covers UK along with Dr. John Wong. So they're at all the games. They cover them. They go on the road with them, so they get to know him pretty well. So all his pictures are from his brother Mike. So he's also a doctor. So Dr. Mike's pictures are all throughout this book, and people love to see pictures, so they'll flip through it just to see the pictures, and then maybe they'll read a little bit of our stuff.
Maybe they'll read it too. I don't think that everybody understands that cheerleading is not just some little sissy dance routine on the sideline, or it's actually an athletic competition. It's hard. It requires physical stamina. It requires a great deal of skill. And I have a lot of respect for cheerleaders, and I hope that the industry overall hasn't sexualized it too much, because they are very athletic.
When I was in high school, that was, oh my gosh, back in the 80s, right? Early 80s. I graduated in 85. We were the first high school that I know of that had we had three male cheerleaders with our girls, and you didn't make fun of these guys because two of them were football players, and one of them was a big lineman, and so you didn't snicker or make fun of him because he'd thump you. So anyway, but it was good.
Well, when you can lift that much weight over your head and hold it steady, I gotta have a lot of respect for those guys. But
talk about that to Michelle. She wrote a book about cheerleading. So,
well, she's written so many books. I'll have to ask about that one because
I'm gonna try to catch up to her. But
she has.
We had the book together. So
okay. Are you headed to Florida soon?
Yeah. Well, if I can get these next couple of weeks done, I'll be down there. We got. Hey, did you see where Angie and I went axe throwing the other day?
I saw that. I saw that in your white sneakers, and
that's a lot of fun. Never done that before. I mean, not as a sport.
How good are you at it?
I got to be pretty decent at it with them. They have their they call it their expert, because actually we went there because there's a magazine I've written for a long time. It's a Well Done magazine. It's a professional magazine. It looks awesome, and it's local. But they went out of business during the COVID vaccine, during the COVID pandemic last year. And then I was sitting in church the other night, and the editor sent me a message. Hey, we're back. I said, great. She says, can you do a story on the axe throwing place that just opened up in your hometown? I said, sure, I'd love to. So I reached out and contacted the guy, and Angie and I went in Thursday night, and it was just us, and we got a little tour of the place, and we talked to him for a little while. And he said, well, let's show you, let's see what you got. So they let us both throw some axes. So.
Is there a scoring system of some kind?
Yeah, that's a national. It's a up and coming sport. It's on ESPN now. I saw it the other night. I thought, oh my gosh, there it is. And so it's called the World Axe Throwing League, WATL. And this place where we went to is a member, and it's like bowling. It's a league. It's a national. It's a world sport now. And there's competitions and prizes, and there's a scoring just like a dart, bullseye. There's points and things like that, and there's actual serious competition for this, and it's pretty cool.
How do you get the axe to stick to whatever you're throwing at? Because I'm just trying to understand the physics and the geometry of this.
Yeah, that's what you do. There's a form they show you, because I can't do it here because I'm just talking, but how you position your body, where you throw it, where you release it from your, it's like a tomahawk chop, and you release it. You don't throw it. You just kind of let it come out of your hands, and it's
kind of like a fly rod. It's in.
Oh yeah, exactly. I've done that. Yeah, and so the first 3 or 4 or 5 attempts, I was clunking it and it was falling to the ground. Then finally, I started getting it in there, and Angie got, she had to do the two-handed thing, and was able to. Get a few of them to stick. So anyway.
So who picks up the axes?
What now?
Who picks up the axes that don't stick to the target?
Oh well, you just go pick them up. I mean,
I ain't getting down range.
Yeah, I mean they got groups. And they got so. But anyway, we had a good time doing that. I gotta say hi to my buddy Jim. He's down in Nashville watching, and he's a big Titans fan. And I got this little Titans helmet that he would probably pay dearly for. So. I'm gonna, maybe if I'm down that way, I'll see. I'll toss it to him. Throw it at him. So.
Do you know any Titans?
Yeah, actually, I know the chaplain, the team chaplain. We've met him a couple of times, and used to know a couple of guys who played there, but they're not there anymore. So I haven't seen them in a while. But Jim sent me a picture of some nice spaghetti. I made some fettuccine tonight. So. Anyway, so we went axe throwing and we had a great time. Of course, this Friday I have a high school football game, and then I couldn't get on Twitter to see. So is Becky listening, or is she on tonight or not? I don't see.
If she is, I can't. She's not logged in.
Anyway, I'm going to Pittsburgh Sunday. I think I'm going to Pittsburgh Sunday to cover the Bengals Steelers game. Huh?
You just left. You just went there.
We just got back from there. So I'll be going to Pittsburgh, I think, Sunday for the Bengals game. She can go if she can get here, she can go with me. And that's a Sunday night. So I'll be getting back late Sunday night, and then the Bengals are host a Thursday night game in Cincinnati. They play Jacksonville Thursday night. I'll get home early Friday morning from that. And then either Friday night or early Saturday, I'm going to Michigan to meet with my agent, with Kyle Young. We got a couple of big things we're working on. Hopefully, we have some good news, something kind of cool to report on. And then I'll get ready for Florida. And we've got some things going on in Florida too. Where Angie and I are going to go into Clearwater for a few days, a little vacation for us. Then, by the way, I have some work to do there. We have a book signing with Clint Hurdle in Bradenton, and then I'm going to be on CTN, the Christian Television Network in Tampa, which is a pretty large station.
Right.
And then we're going to go to Orlando for the conference.
Well,
and then I'll come home and maybe sleep for a couple of days.
Clearwater is noted for its fine Greek restaurants.
I love. Yeah. We've been to. We love Clearwater. Been there quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, we hope you come down and just spend all your money and leave broke. We depend on you guys.
We already know what restaurants we're going to hit, so it's some of our favorites down there. So
I think the original Hooters was in Clearwater or Tampa.
I don't know that.
St. Pete or somewhere down there.
I don't know. We're going to go to Keegan's, is one of my favorites. It's a little mom and pop hole in the wall that's got the best seafood you'll ever have. We're going to go to the Columbia restaurant, probably you have to go to Frenchie's when you're in Clearwater, and a couple other places. So we've already got that lined out where we're going to be going. So maybe we'll find an axe throwing place in Clearwater.
Well, maybe you can buy some of those Tampa cigars. Tampa used to be known for its cigars, but it's kind of fallen to the wayside. But
or John Wayne says, cigars. So
cigar.
Yeah. But we love that area, that whole area, Indian Rocks, and of course we'll drive down to Bradenton for the book signing at the Books a Million with Clint Hurdle, who's a popular guy down there because he managed the Pirates for a long time, and that's where the Pirates have their spring training, and he lives down that area. So we're going to get together at the Books a Million on a Monday and sign books for a couple hours.
Now, did you say you were leaving Friday night to go to Michigan?
Friday night or Saturday morning, one or the other.
How are you going to cover the game?
No. It's the following week. I actually don't have a game that night.
Okay.
So yeah, it's October 1st. I do not have a game on the schedule. So
okay. Are they open or do you do the home game?
Yeah. It's just a schedule. There's a lot of teams out of town that night, so our radio station is not going to. They have 4 stations that cover football games. They're only going to do 3 because they don't want to travel. 2, 3, 4 hours away. So it just happens that most of the home game or most of the teams that week are gone. They're out of town. So they're like, and he's like, do you want to go? I was like, not really. No, yeah. I'll stay home. So I'll go to Michigan.
There was a day, Dell. I covered the games, but it was a daytime AM station, so they weren't on the air. Yeah. But I would record the program on remember the old Radio Shack,
Yeah. I remember that.
Had the little tape inside, and
yeah.
But I would also film the game back in the days. Remember the 16 millimeter? You had these big Mickey Mouse ear looking reels, and you had to wind it up, crank it up.
I remember. You used to have to go in the next morning and watch it every game.
So, but later they began to film by VCR. Remember those? Mm-hmm. So I was kind of relieved of that. Which is good because after the game, I would have to drop the film off at Doak Campbell Stadium at FSU, where it was developed overnight. Okay. Yeah. But I started calling the game from the sideline.
Yeah.
And of course, you got all the sponsors, and their kids are playing. It's a small private school, so you have to kind of, make it sound a little better than it really was.
We get our sponsors names in all the time.
I got thrown penalties twice in my radio career for, quote, coaching from the sideline. Oh, yeah, because I would be shouting. You get excited and say, oh, there's a fumble. Well, the referee considered that coaching because the players could hear me. And I would, so I got thrown a flag twice in my career for interfering in the game. Which I've done much more to quote interfere in a game when I was running the chain gang.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
Oh yeah. That's
serious business there. Those guys are vicious.
Well, and you're over there in the very midst of the opposing team, and you're collecting recon. You're seeing guys throwing up, and at halftime I'd go give my report to the coaches. That would,
Yeah, yeah.
so you're just going to tease us about your upcoming project. Is it just an idea, or is it a little bit further along in that, maybe? All right, I got to do a reset because for reasons that we cannot discern. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I got you. We're
That's
back.
what it is. I just told you about the project, and then of course I went off the air, so I can't repeat it. So.
Okay. That was all part of the plan, Dale. So.
Part of the plan. Now, there's a couple of cool things that are going on that I can't really get into, but I hope they look like they're starting to develop, and it's going to be pretty exciting. Probably one of the biggest things I've done. So if it works out.
Well, I see behind you some other book covers. I can't collect them fast enough.
Oh.
Heart of a Hoosier.
Heart of a Hoosier. Michelle and I just launched that a couple of months ago. That's a great one. I really have a good time with that. We got some things planned here in the next couple of months. Of course, basketball season hasn't tipped off yet, so the book launched. But we've got some things planned later on in the year at Indiana, and we think it's going to do. We got a couple of one pretty exciting big event that could happen. It's probably going to happen, but it would really be phenomenal if it works out. And it sounds like it's going to work out. But Michelle will be really thrilled about it, and so will I. So I'll probably have to go to Indiana for this event, which I will gladly do. It's not that far.
Well, okay, it came back.
Yeah, I'm back.
I thought I was going to have to reset it again.
And then the one behind the Michigans with Kyle.
It kind of comes and goes, folks. It kind of comes and goes. We're gonna do another reset. We're just gonna keep doing this. Yeah. It kind of comes and goes. But
I don't know what's going on.
I'll keep snagging the hook. Whatever.
I guess. So anyway.
Now, Dale, earlier this year, you kind of reassessed. Did some introspection. And I think the outcome of that was you were going to kind of cut back. I'm not getting the impression that you've cut back.
Yeah, well, I have. Actually, I have, and I feel great. I'm not blogging. I'm taking a break from blogging, and that took up a lot of time. I've been meaning to start podcasting back, but I just haven't had the time to do it. And I'm thinking, if I don't have the time, I'm not going to force it like I did and make it happen. So I'm kind of just, with these other two projects coming on, with what I'm going to talk to Kyle about here in a couple of weeks, that's going to keep me really busy if they happen, and I think they're going to happen. And so it's going to be fun, and it'll be everything I do is fun. I enjoy it, or else I wouldn't do it. But I'm learning to have that balancing act and make some things priorities. My family a little bit more so, and spending a whole lot more time with Angie. We're just taking off now and going on whims.
Well, folks,
travel. There we go.
It comes and goes. Yeah. I didn't reset it; it just fixed itself.
One more time.
Speaking of family, let me take a moment. To read from his book, First Down Devotions. Okay, this one right here. I won't read the whole thing. This book is dedicated to my grandson Joel. Your unconditional love for me is amazing. The way you said "Pawpaw" when you were 2 years old always melted my heart. And you go on to talk about good times at Dairy Queen's and Holy Cow and Ralph, and an entire page dedicated to your grandson Joel.
Yeah, he's a blast. Cute as a button.
How old is he now?
Huh?
How old is he now?
He's 2.5.
Oh, 2.5.
Yeah. So, of course, we have our other one is here now, Lawson. So, hopefully, I'll have an opportunity to, hopefully dedicate one to him. I have my first children's book will be out in March of 2022. So we're looking forward to that launch. I want to be asking. I haven't done this for about 2 years. For this book, I'm probably going to assemble a little launch team. So I'll be looking for anybody who wants to. No, I'm kidding. I've been on plenty of myself. Anybody who wants to help. I haven't done this for a while because people get bombarded, but we really want this to be really, really a big success because it's going to a lot of kids. And it's called Sports Shorts, and it's a capitulation of my first down devotions and my dugout devotions into kids devotions, and it's 52 chapters, and it's a pretty good sized book. But each one is, and Michelle helped me a little bit with writing for children because I had never done that before. So I sent her a few chapters. We chopped them up a little bit, and each chapter is about 500 words. So we're looking forward to that, and it's exciting. And it's just a bunch of the interviews that I've done in these books, but converted for children to read and a little easier to read. So in fact, I wrote it really easy because I don't know that many words. But so I'm going to be looking for some people who want to help join in on this little launch team. There'll be some games and some prizes and be some fun. So here, if anybody's wanting to join on, let me know. Shoot me a message, or we can chat about it. But I'll probably gonna start doing that probably before Thanksgiving-ish, just to start assembling it.
Well, Dale, I'm thrilled to hear you say this because one of the most there's been so many influential moments that sports has had on my life, but one of them was in the days, I don't know if they still even have it, punt, pass, and kick.
They do not have that anymore. They did.
Uh-huh.
They've done away with that. It was, I don't know why they substituted some things in, but I've also have to mention, we did the one book in the First Down Devotions 2 to Joel, and Dugout Devotions 2 was actually dedicated to my granddaughter Sophie, and then hopefully Sports Shorts will be to Lawson. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, I remember when you signed up, you were given this little booklet. It was a hard, but I'll never remember. I read Bart Starr over and over and over, and that propelled me through challenges. I mean, almost to this day.
Yeah, I got to interview Bart's his son up when I was at the Super Bowl. No, it was at the Super Bowl up in Minnesota. He was there, and we bumped into each other at the Athletes in Action breakfast, and we sort of chatted. We just had some time, and we started talking. He was he was presenting the Bart Starr Award, and so Bart was still alive, but he was kind of in the waning stages. Yeah. So
is he managing the Rawhide Ranch? Is that?
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know.
Okay.
We didn't get into that discussion.
That was a ministry that Bart had set up for troubled.
Yes, he is, because I remember him saying Rawhide. Yes, yes, thank you.
Yeah,
but I wasn't familiar with that.
Yeah, it's amazing the impact that sports figures have. A question, and one of the reasons I so admire you, Dale, is you know. Today's sports celebrities are not the ones that we used to look up to. The Bart Starrs, the Roman Gabriels. His son is actually announcing sports in the Carolinas.
I've got Roman's phone number, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
And
I won't show you what it is, but I mean,
Joe Namath, of course, is still.
Yeah, there it is.
Joe Namath hadn't changed a whole lot. He's just gotten older.
Yeah, he's a trip. Yeah, he's got some. Yeah.
Question.
A lot of fun to be around.
On First Down Devotions 2, I've read 2 chapters, both of them from quarterbacks. Now, did you stack the deck to hook the reader, and do they get kind of lesser known as we go, or how did that work out?
No, you always try to throw the big names up front. Yeah,
okay.
To get So Case Keenum was a big one, obviously, and some others, but you want to throw them up first. Oh yeah, I know this guy. Oh yeah, I've heard of this guy. Oh sure, I love this guy. So, and then I think there's a few in there lesser known, but still really good stories to tell.
Always.
Yeah, it's always I got Tebow in there. He got cut from Jacksonville. He still played in the NFL, and he's in a couple of chapters when I interviewed him, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, we got one in there from Kurt Warner still. He's obviously one of the biggest names, and I got Coach Mike Tomlin of the Steelers has a really intense interview. That guy's fun to talk to. He's just intense and very polite, though. He can be polite and intense at the same time, but he was able to do that. So yeah, great conversation I had with, and his was an impromptu interview. I didn't plan on talking to Coach Tomlin, but it just happened. And it really turned out to be a great conversation.
Never a dull moment, Dale. Well, I'm looking forward to my daily time. with
Oh,
First
good.
Down Devotions 2. What I like many devotions, it's not a major commitment of time. It's not a major intellectual exercise that bogs you down in theology. It's just people sharing their stories about what Christ is doing in their life, which is very much what we do here on PJNet.TV.
Yeah. Or the goal there is to get the reader motivated quickly. 1,000 words, they can read it in 3 to 4 to 5 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and get hopefully get a message. I mean, we try to keep it simple because I've got into some of those, and they're all good. There's nothing bad.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten into some of those where they're you're hurting, your brain hurts thinking, but I like those too because they're challenging.
Yeah,
But
I just don't want to take it on first thing in the morning every day.
right, exactly. So anyway, there's a couple in there that are really I really like. I like them all, but the one at the end, Anthony Munoz's one of his stories is really good. So a lot of fun.
Dale, before we kind of lock things down here, is there anything on your bucket list? I mean, you're living the dream.
Yes, there is a couple of things on my bucket list. I want to do. I want to go dog sledding on a vacation. I want to take a dog sledding vacation. That's on
I'd
my
like to
bucket
take
list.
any vacation.
Yeah, so that's one of the things I want to do. Not too many. I don't really have a bucket list, but that's something I've always wanted to do is go dog sledding. And I was going to do that in Alaska, but the trip we took when we got there, it was the trip got canceled. The dog sledding trip was canceled because it was kind of warm, and so they were bringing all the dogs back from the camps. So didn't get a dog sled, but there's a place in Minnesota that does that for 3 or 4 days. And if I have to go by myself, I don't think I'm going to go up to Minnesota and just me and a team of dogs, and you take care of your dogs and you sled to a different lodge every day and things like that. So I think it looks like a lot of fun. That's one of the things I want to do, and I'd like to go. I like to go sail fishing for a sailfish. We like to shark fish and go out on the Gulf, but I'd like to go sail fishing.
Okay, how about marlin?
No, because if I caught one, it's so big, I'd have to keep it, and that would be a huge expense.
Yeah.
So yeah,
They'll
I've got
wear
a shark
you
on my
out.
wall that I caught about 10 years ago down in Clearwater. He's about a 6.5 foot black tip. It's on my mantle right now. So yeah,
Well,
but the marlin would set me back about 10 grand probably.
well, yeah. It's but once you anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to, but sailfish is on my radar. I'd love to go sail fishing, but you have to go so far out on the Gulf.
And I don't
That's an
drink
all-day
anymore.
trip.
Yeah, and I don't drink anymore. So what's the point?
Oh, well, that's an all-day trip. That's like an 8-hour trip. So
Oh, we used to go out for 10 and 12 hours. I used to take
Yeah.
my employees out twice a year.
yeah, I don't get seasick, so I can go out.
Yeah. But
Even on
if
those
you
little,
want to
we'll
go
always
out
go out.
to where the marlin are and all that, you better
Yeah.
figure 18 to 20 hours.
Yeah, so yeah, that's probably the reason. And we go out on the small private charters, but we never get seasick. We've been out there a couple times. We were in the Keys. Boy, a storm hit, and it was like Gilligan's Island for a few minutes.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
up and down.
Interesting. The Gulf, is the Atlantic has all the waves on the beach, so we think of that. But the Gulf, when you see thunderheads, you don't wait. You head for shore, okay? Because they will come up on you so fast.
When we were fishing in Alaska, Angie and I took a little private charter, and the first hour was just misery. It was rain coming in sideways. Waves were up and down, rocking, and we finally got through it of about an hour. And then the sun cleared, the storm cleared, and the sun came out, but we caught a lot of salmon. So a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, salmon are like hamburgers.
Oh, I love salmon.
It's great. Well, Dale, appreciate you sharing with us tonight. Appreciate you your book. I'm enjoying every minute of it. I'll probably pass on the non-football books if it's okay with you, but I'm sure the other ones are real good if you're into those sports. The message
It's a
is
good looking book, though. This is a good looking book. I mean, even if it's I can't wait till that comes out.
The expense and detail that goes into that is phenomenal, and it's kind of unusual.
Yeah.
It's a first for you, I think, to have that kind of thing.
Yeah,
So,
it's a good looking. Really. I mean, all my books. I love all of them. Not one over the other, but that cover grabs you.
well, you just got to have more grandchildren to dedicate them to. So we'll put the word out for you. So,
We'll try on that.
well, Dale, listen, I appreciate you sharing. I appreciate you finding those stories out there that are inspirational in sports, whether it's football, basketball, or Well, axe throwing.
Yeah,
And bringing those
excellent.
to us. All right. Well, Bud, we appreciate you. And we'll see you about, what, the first Tuesday of next month,
Yeah,
something
here in
like
a
that.
couple of weeks.
There you go.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, man. Take care. That was Dale Didway, and you are looking at the very top view of the Eagle's Nest, the broadcast facilities, here at pjnet.tv. Always good chatting with Dale, isn't it? He is so wonderful, and he's been with PJNet from way back, and it's always good to have him visit. Folks, we're going to wrap it up for tonight. Now, tomorrow night, we have a first-time guest. Jack Watts will be coming our way, and he's actually one of our speakers. That will be speaking at the PJNet event January 15th near Tallahassee, Florida. It's a long time off, right? No, plans are being made right now, folks, and we'll be up tonight, Barbara and I, working on that for you. Well, before I leave, I'd like to challenge you to ask yourself the following 2 questions. I do this from time to time. What is the boldest thing that you have ever done for Jesus Christ? And how long ago was that? I hope none of us will be satisfied with either answer.